Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jennifer Hart Connected. I am Jennifer Hart. Welcome, new friends. Welcome back, old friends. I'm excited to be here. I'm so excited to get my interviews going again. It's like I had to go back inward to revamp and kind of evaluate everything I was doing, which, if you've noticed, it is a pattern of entrepreneurship for me. I can only speak for myself. And I have launched the Connected Soul Network membership back in October, November of 2022. So we have been evolving. And as we evolve with that, I also evolve in my own personal growth and the business and everything else. And that takes some time sometimes to go inward and to revamp. But anyways, the moral and the point of the story is that I'm back and I'm super excited to be here again. I love doing interviews. I love sharing my stories and my gifts, and I also love to highlight and share the stories and the gifts of other people. I really believe that there's a power in hearing others speak and tell their stories, and that we always end up hearing exactly what we need to hear at the perfect time. So I do believe in divine placement. If you happen to stumble here today and you're new, there's a message here for you. And maybe it's to join the network. Maybe it's to get a message that's going to send you on another path. I can't tell you what that is. Only you will know, but just trust that you're in the right place today. If you don't know me, I am a connector and a soul guide. I am the founder of the Connected Soul Network. The Connected Soul Network is made up of explorers, which is people that are on a path of their spiritual awakening and personal development. And it was who I was when I first started my journey about 12 years ago. And then I created the support and the curiosity and the variety and the exploration and the self-discovery that I wanted and needed. And the path that I went on through connecting these explorers with guides who are healers, practitioners, coaches, anything that is guiding us along the way. And we connect through these interviews. We connected several events. Some are open to guests. Some are now member exclusive only. We have Soul, SOUL, Soul Connections. We have our Call to Connect networking. And it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of new things coming. There will be updates about that. We've launched some things in June and more to come in July. So stay tuned. If you are interested in checking it out, either as an explorer or as a guide, there's always a link in the caption. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me personally. We do have a let me give you, I do this all the time. I have my link up. You can go to my website and check out the membership at jenniferhart.com. And the caption has the link in it as well. And then you can see, am I explorer? Am I guide? I don't know. Let me know and I can help you decide. And then you can also check out all of our upcoming events. And I invite you to subscribe to the calendar. There is a little tutorial video to show you how to do that. That way you don't miss any events. You're able to see what calls to your soul and what has something there waiting for you. And then what I do want to really say is we have our upcoming Mount Shasta in-person event. So the message I got last week was, or it was this week, I guess, Mama Mount Shasta is calling in the people who are supposed to be there. I have not even been sharing it as much as I would like to. I've been kind of tired, battling like a sinus infection, and I've now realized, and just a little bit under the weather. So I've had to take care of myself. And unfortunately, as much as I literally love like sharing stories, marketing and promoting. It's just one of the things I love to do. I haven't been doing it as much. And I got the message that like Mama Mount Shasta, she's telling the people who are meant to be there. So look for those signs and synchronicities. Like, are you feeling that pull? That I call them callings, like when I can't stop thinking about something, or I just have this deep knowing that I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to sign up for this. I'm supposed to attend this event. I've had that happen several times, and that is where the magic happens. So if you're hearing that calling, join us. And you can check out more here at Mount Shasta, jenniferhart.com/Mount Shasta. 2023. We have an amazing special running until July 7th. You can get a 1-year Explorer membership and the Mount Shasta trip for only $1,011. If you just want to come as a guest and you don't want to join the network, that's fine. It's $1,111 or $1,111. It's much easier to say that way. And if you are already a member of the network, you have your special network pricing of $888. That does not include lodging. You will be able to grab a discount at the Cold Creek Inn. Bless their souls. They're offering 15% off. And we also have some affordable, super awesome options if you want to connect with nature to stay at the Lake Siskiyou and do some camping. So it's a magical place. More to come on that. We have a video on the webpage here. You can check that out. So I invite you to join us. Please connect with me personally if you have any questions and you want to know more. There's going to be lots more information coming out. Okay. One other thing I forgot to say, this is previously recorded. I'm probably doing something super awesome and fun today. When you see this, it's going to be Monday. So happy Monday. And I will still check the comments and we can get connected. All right. To the point of being here, which is we are connecting today with Kimberley Day. Love her, near and dear to my heart. I want to tell you a little bit about her, and then I shall bring her on. We're going to be talking about the 3 keys to increase your influence, income, and impact using a book. So some of you might recognize Kim. She's been on in the past, and if you don't, I'll tell you a little bit about her now. So Kim is an award-winning author of Write and Grow Rich, How to Use a Book to Supersize Your Brand, Your Business, and Your Bank Account. Kim helps coaches, consultants, and service-based entrepreneurs overcome the daily struggle of finding their next client, stand out from the crowd in their industry, and increase visibility, credibility, and authority by publishing a book. For 13 years, she was one of usually a dozen financial advisors at every networking event, struggling to compete for clients in an overcrowded and skeptical market. I laugh because she's a freaking amazing networker. After publishing her first book, The Financial Fitness Playbook, The Ultimate Guide to Winning the Money Game, she was able to double her income in less than 12 months using the same strategies. And she now teaches in her new book and signature program. If you want to attract an endless stream of ideal clients, speaking engagements, referral partners, and media coverage into your business, then a book might be the right marketing strategy for you. Ooh, I got a story about that too. Remind me. Let me bring her on. Welcome back. What up? Oh my God. I love you so much. We have so much fun when we're together all the time.
I know, right?
It's always a good time. And we have lots of videos together. So I always like to tell how I know people. So Kim and I met through, I was attending and she was assisting, volunteering at a workshop. And that is how we connected. And we just instantly had a bond and we've stayed in touch ever since. And now we do life and business together. And yeah, I love it. It's such a good time. Thank you for coming today.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure being with you, Miss Hart.
I know. We have so much fun. Okay. So I know we wanted to keep it short. So, which is really hard for me because I have so many questions all the time and I'm like, tell me all the things, but we're going to be focusing on how to increase your influence, income, and impact through writing a book. And when we say a book, we're specifically focusing on entrepreneurs. So I know sometimes people catch these, and Kim's specialty is entrepreneurship and using a book to get your business up even like more visibility and all the great things I said in her bio. I don't remember them off the top of my head. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
Really, it's all about, I feel like whenever I talk to somebody, they're looking and they're in search of one of 3 things: more time freedom, more money freedom, or they want more magic in their life. So what is it that time and money is there to help you do? Do you want to travel more? Do you want to spend more time with your family? Is buying all the things your thing that makes you feel more magical? Is self-care, being able to invest and spend more on yourself? Go to more spa days. Whatever it is that lights your soul on fire, it's one of those three things: time, money, or magic. And that's what I help you do through writing a book.
I love that. I want them all. And that is so true. Like, that's where
Maybe
we met.
do
Was the workshop that we met at was literally about creating financial freedom. So
yeah.
that says it all right there. That is everybody's dream. No matter what you're doing, like, everybody wants that freedom to just do what they want when they want. Well, I can't speak for them. Sorry. I think that that's what everybody wants. And who wouldn't want that, right? Who wouldn't want to choose to do what they're going to do? Okay. Can you tell us a little bit real quick about, you said it a little bit in your bio, but your story of how you stepped into becoming a book coach? I love that story.
Right? 13 years as a financial advisor to book coach. I'm pretty sure that my entire family and anyone that knows me thought I was crazy. But I mean, I just wasn't living my passion. I wasn't feeling fulfilled. So, drop a yes in the comments if you're feeling that. Like, sometimes you're just not fulfilled in what you're doing. And I equate business success and career success a little bit like dating. Sometimes you got to kiss a lot of frogs before you figure out and find your Prince Charming in business too. So I had gone through lots of different careers. I'd been a waitress. I'd done some construction and landscaping. I'd done a whole pile of things, like mostly through college, right? But then I got into the world of finance. I had been working for over 13 years, like you mentioned, Jen, in the world of finance. And I desperately wanted to have my own business. So I was working as a personal financial advisor. And the struggle, though, that I had was that I went to finance school. I knew all the things I needed to do. I had the degrees and the accolades and the accreditations, but I'd never gone to business or marketing school. The extent to my marketing training in finance school was create a top 100 list of your warm market and go and talk to them and harass them to buy your stuff. And then when you run out of your warm market, maybe you can go try some networking. It was like that was the business and marketing training that I got in finance school. So, first of all, your parents and your friends and your cousins and everybody else, if you're a financial advisor, they do not want to talk to you about their money. So there was some innate problems with that marketing strategy to start off with. And second of all, when you're networking, it's a little bit like, my analogy is like, you're throwing pasta at the wall. Did anybody do that? Or my mom used to fling it up at the ceiling to test whether it was done, right? So you're throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. Only everybody in that room doesn't necessarily need your services. You're in a big, huge crowd of people who are not necessarily your perfect clients. And so what I learned through my journey of better marketing strategies and learning better marketing skills was that when you have better marketing, it's kind of like taking that handful of pasta and throwing that spaghetti at a big group of hungry Italians who want pasta. So when you are armed with better marketing strategies and you know who it is that you serve and how you help them and what's the problem that you solve for them and what's that result you're going to help them get, then you can really laser focus in your marketing message to a point where they raise their hand and they go, oh my goodness, it's as if she's like in my head talking specifically to me. That's the power and the magic of knowing who it is that you serve and being able to clearly articulate that to a group of people who are hopefully your ideal client. And there's ways to find where those people are hanging out and go and hang out with them, right?
I love that. And I love that you call it pasta.
Is it pasta in the US? Is it potato, pasta?
It is, yes. Yeah. So Kim's Canadian and I'm American. So I love people with accents. To me, it's an accent. Anyways, Kim is a freaking genius in marketing, sales, networking. We were just having this conversation. I was telling her, I was like, she just be busting out ideas and things all the time. So that's another live we'll have to do along with the affirmation cards and everything else we were talking about earlier. But for today, we are going to talk about getting your book ready. So Kim has a workshop coming up, a free workshop that is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific time. It's happening 2 dates on the 27th, which is tomorrow, and the 29th, which is Thursday. So if you can rearrange your schedule, or maybe you're already free because the universe is divine, she is going to be helping people to plan your book in a half day, a 3-hour workshop. So let's talk about the strategies behind having the book and getting the plan up and running, which I was like, I really need to attend this workshop. So is there a recording? Because I have an appointment right at that same time.
There definitely will be a recording if somebody can't make the 2 time slots, for sure.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you show up live, you're going to get actual, real feedback about your
Yes.
specific business from me. So attending live is definitely a better option if you can. But
100%. Yes. Please attend live, because Kim is brilliant and she will literally listen to your ideas and then be like, and blah, 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 blah. And then like all of a sudden your book is just there and you have all your chapters written. 100%. Yes. I highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of my superpower, right, Jen?
It
like
is your superpower.
This superpower of being able to like sit up from the bird's eye view, right on top of the mountain, and look down at your business and just go and put all the pieces of puzzle together. So yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Yes, I took Kim's book program. My book is still in progress, so I'm very familiar. This is why I need to reattend, because I have a ton of stuff written and I just need to bring it all together. And I've changed so much in the last 2 years. So I feel like for me, it was divine timing. I didn't have the network then, and now I do. And like, it's just crazy. But okay. I see you added some slides here. Should I open this now?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought 100% yet of whether we were opening that slide yet. So I just, we can.
Let's just chat about it
on the workshop, for sure. What I really wanted to just share with people, though, is, I love what you just said about, your book's not done yet and things have changed. Because would you agree, like, if you're listening to this, that sometimes life gets in the way, things change. Sometimes your business changes direction, and that's okay too, because you can always start again fresh in any moment. You can start today. A lot of people will be like, oh, next month I'll start, or next year I'll start, or after the weekend is over, right? When it comes to your health, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'll just stop eating all the junk food on Monday and I'll start fresh on Monday. But you technically have the choice to make a new decision and a recommitment, if you will, if you've already on the path and you just kind of fallen off the path a little bit. There's power in being able to recommit and make a decision again to put it back to the top of your priority list. So I just want to acknowledge you, Jen, for doing that, right? That I know that you've been working super hard at your business. It took some different turns. You've got a fabulous retreat coming up and all of this stuff. And so your book is still inside your heart, but and maybe this is just the opportunity for you to make a recommitment to yourself and to your clients who this book will serve, right? To be able to get this into the hands of the people who need your wisdom and your special medicine that only you can bring to the world.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I started the book, the intention was that I think I was going to be a coach, and that never, ever felt right to me. I realized I'm a connector. So being on the book journey what I realized, I'll just say this for my book, is that part of what my book is about writing my book and who I am and becoming and identifying in the process. So I thought I had it all figured out, and I'm like, and I'm ready. And then all of this stuff has transpired, which is going to go in the book about writing the book.
Yes.
Because I learned so much about myself in it.
Yeah. And this happens, right? And so sometimes you just need to adjust the plan, right? Yeah. Because that's probably the most important key. We talked about, we're going to share a few keys here, but the most important key is having the plan. So the plan is what, when you veer off track, you can come back to your plan, or you can adjust the plan, right? Or you can add another stop in the journey, and that's okay too. But there's that saying, right? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that is, there's nothing more true in the area of writing your book. So many people that I talk to before they become clients have shared this story of, I've been trying to write this book for 14 years, one of my clients said, because she would start and stop, or things would change. Life would get in the way. Her business changed a little bit. And so she kept starting and stopping and starting and stopping. And when you do that, you're distracted, you're out of flow, right? But when you have a roadmap to follow, it's easy to go, okay, I was at step 3. I'm just going to recommit, refocus, and back to step 4. Now you know where you're at in your journey when you have that plan in place. So it's really one of the most important things. And having your plan, not just the steps, but again, part of the planning process is what we talked about at the beginning of this video. It's knowing who it is you want to serve, knowing what keeps them up at night. What are they struggling with? What are those obstacles that they have that you can help them overcome, right? You can be that bridge that closes the gap from where they are now to where they want to be. This is the power of having that plan, is you get to figure all that stuff out, and then writing your book becomes easy, really easy. I'm talking like Amber, Amber, your friend Amber, who is also in the program, wrote her manuscript in 4 days. She came into the program, resisted following the path and the plan. And then all of a sudden, one day, whatever happened, the light bulb went off, and she came back to class going, I got to tell you, I wrote my manuscript in 4 days. It was amazing. It was incredible to watch that when you follow a system, you have a plan in place. And then key number 2 would be to follow successful people and invest in mentorship and coaching, right? Because being able to have somebody to bring you back, hold you by the hand, and pull you back to the plan is sometimes important, right? For me, I know I love that container of accountability. It keeps me on track. My commitments I make to other people are often more powerful than the commitments I make to myself. So if you can resonate with that, then mentorship and coaching is maybe something that you want to think about if having a book is on your heart. And it doesn't need to be me. It can be someone else, right? There's many, many book coaches out there, but I would love, of course, to be somebody who could be your guide on this journey of getting published. But the most important part of that message is making sure that you get the support that you need. Support is so important if you want to stay on track, right?
Yes. I reach out to Kim all the time. Oh my gosh. I'm like, and I still need help. No, it's coming. I want to tell the story because so when I was talking to you about your bio, so Amber, who is amazing, and yes, got her book done like so fast. Once she had the plan and the outline and everything, it just flowed right out of her. And she made the time commitment and put the time in, put it on her calendar, had the mentorship and the guidance. She just has the book out in the ether right now, and out of the blue, she got contacted for a speaking engagement, and they saw her book. I don't know how they saw it. I can't remember if she found out how they saw it, but like they wrote her and was like, we would love to meet with you and see if you are a good fit to be a speaker for our upcoming event, like a huge event, like a reputable company. So it was really freaking awesome. And that's the story that I thought about when I was reading your bio. So, okay, so we talked about the plan. Anything else you want to talk about the plan? Obviously, you're going to get more into details at the actual workshops that are happening for this, right? And people will actually put their plan into place.
Absolutely. So, so I talked about key number 1, having a plan. Key number 2 is finding some support, a support system, whether it's a community, a coach, some mentorship. Step number 3, and the most important step, is start taking some action. Massive, imperfect action is the key to moving your project forward. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good and dandy to think, oh, I definitely want to write a book. I'm going to add it to my to-do list. And oh my gosh. And then you start planning and planning and planning, and then never pull the trigger, never release the arrow, right? In our programs, Jen, that we met in, remember the key? It was ready, fire, aim. So many people spend time aiming. Oh, I think I should be there. And oh, I'm going to aim here. And then they never, ever fire. What if you just course corrected as you went? What if you took that shot and it doesn't matter if you don't hit the bullseye? You're going to course correct as you go. The more times you fire, you can bring your arrow to the right spot, and you can start aligning yourself with where you want to go. But you need to know where you want to go first, right? So plan, support, action. Those would be my 3 big, massive keys. And if you want to take another step, you want to get that plan, that blueprint really dialed in, then I suggest you come to the workshop. I'm going to be using my 10-step guide. So Jen, that's the attachment that I put there. So if you wanted to show people that, it'll give you a good visual. So this is my 10-step guide, and if you want to just scroll through it, Jen, it's basically a 20-page workbook that is going to help you get your plan put in place. Everything from figuring out your purpose, defining your market, what's the problem that they have and keeps them up at night? How are you going to attract them? It's usually your title, your subtitle, your cover. And then we're going to help you put a cover in place and start promoting your book right now before a word has ever been written, right? We're going to design your topic using my mind mapping process. It's not a unique process, but it really will help you get your topics out of your head onto paper. And then we're going to use those topics to put your table of contents together. And then we're going to do a really fabulous writing exercise. And your writing exercise is designed to be able to, for me to show you exactly how quickly you actually can write. And then once you know how much you can write in 5 minutes, it's all about extrapolating that data and back engineering a writing plan. So in my workshop that I did last Tuesday, one of the girls there in that writing exercise, it was a 5-minute writing exercise. In 5 minutes, she was able to dictate 2.5 pages of her topic. So we back engineered the math. And there's a secret formula to how many pages your manuscript needs to be able to have a book that you can print your title and your name on the spine, which is critical when you're writing a book, because you want your book to have, it's all about up-leveling your influence, your income, your impact, right? Which means your book needs to be top of mind, needs to have shelf life, pun intended, which means if it's sitting on someone's bookshelf, you want to be able to see the title and your name, right, of the book. So there's a formula for that, which I share with you in the workshop. And when we back engineered the math on writing 2.5 pages and it took her 5 minutes for how many pages she would need to write, it would take her 120 minutes. That's 2 hours, literally with focused effort, 0 distractions, turning off all notifications, email, phone, kids, dogs, husband, everything, and laser focusing 5 minutes at a time. She would need to do that 24 times, and she would have a manuscript. And the total time invested would be 2 hours. Now, of course, this doesn't make it a final book. There's still some pieces that need to go in there and polishing up and seeding and, action steps and quotes and things that make it more of a book. But the actual first rough draft of a manuscript could be completed in less than 2 hours using this formula. So if that blows your freaking mind, because every time I watch people do it, people get faster and faster. And now with tools like ChatGPT, which I'm going to share with you how to help, bring your topics and your content to life. If you feel like you're struggling with what to write or getting an idea about how to structure it, there's now tools that even accelerate the ability to do this in a fast way, even more. So come to the workshop and you're going to leave. You're literally going to leave with your 20-page blueprint on how to get your book out of your head and onto paper. So you have a strategy, you have that plan, you have that roadmap blueprint, the step-by-step instructions of what you need to do next leaving the workshop. And I'm super excited to put this on for you. It's 3 hours of your time. Leave with your book writing blueprint so you can start up-leveling your business. You can start attracting your soul-aligned clients into your business like a magnet, like a beacon, right? Like that lighthouse, just flashing your light. People will be drawn to you. So that is my gift. It's happening next week, Tuesday and Thursday. Pick a date that works for you and come join us and come leave with your plan.
So technically it's tomorrow because this will air on Monday.
Oh, right.
And
Yes. I forgot. Well,
or Thursday.
so erase. It's tomorrow because today is Monday. And isn't it amazing? We can project ourselves into the future.
It really is. Like I was just thinking that. I was like, it's so cool.
I love
But yes. I know, I do too. So it's 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can register at the link in the caption or the comments wherever you're viewing this. It's going to be in multiple places and it's going to be awesome. I did Kim's book program and I still am referencing it to finish and get my book done as well. And then can you just mention, so if people are like, this is great, and I know that like I would want additional support, you do have a new book program starting as well, right?
Absolutely. So if you already know you just 100% want to write a book and you just want to learn more about what that might look like to work with me and have me support you on that journey and provide you with all the resources to get it done, I do have my summer school accelerator program starting the first week of July. So we're going to do our kickoff call just after the 4th of July. And then we are going to be doing an intense program. So I was inspired by this because of my journey at university. So if anybody went to college or university, remember how you'd go like to a semester, right? It would be from September to December, 4 months. And then you'd have a second semester from January to April, another 4 months. And then they always had 2 summer school semesters. They had the May, June, and then July, August. So often I would take some summer school classes. Either I'd, dropped one in the other semester. I didn't feel like I was going to get a good grade in, or something would happen, or I just wanted to take one that didn't fit with my schedule in the regular year-long programming. And I would go to my summer school program, and in 2 months I would get one whole course done. And yeah, it was intense and it was fast, but guess what? It was like, I loved that. Did you know that success loves speed? There's no point in going slow. Why drag writing your book out for a whole year? To me, that's torturous. I love going fast. So if you are an entrepreneur, you're high achieving, you love to go fast, and you want to bang a book out like done and dusted by September, then maybe the summer school accelerator program is for you. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go fast and furious over the summer. We're going to double down our time and we're going to get it done right in time for September. You'll have a published book in hand by September, when all the whole rest of the world have been on holidays and they're ready to hit that reset button. You're going to have a resource to put in front of them right when they're reevaluating the goals they haven't really achieved that they set for themselves in January. And then when they are getting ready to refocus and go back to school and back to work, you're going to be ready with a resource for them to help them accomplish their goals, right? It's the best way to set yourself up for success. So if you think that might be for you, message Jen, message me. Happy to get on a one-on-one chat with you and see if the program might be a good fit for you.
I love that. Perfect. Okay. So if you're interested, message one of us and we will get you set up. So exciting. All right. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
No, not really. I mean, I just am so excited to always, hop on these calls with you, Jen. You are such an inspiration. I'm super excited to chat with you more about your retreat coming up in the fall. Super exciting. And yeah, it's always a pleasure to be in your community. And I can't wait to see you next time.
I know. Thank you for being here. And thanks everyone for joining. Kim will be back because we have so much more to share. So just wanted to keep it short today and get the message out there. And then, that'll be more to come. So have an amazing day and we will see you soon.